Yo, this is Jez7780. Another episode of What Grinds My Gears, episode 17. The gloves are off. Topics of this show are going to be the confirmed Crackdown delay, the reactions, and we got to cut the bullshit out. Let's go. So I'm going to boot this up. And you know what we're going to do? And I got my coffee. We're going to do this factual style. This is what we're going to do here. What we're going to do here is I'm going to go down my timeline of the things that I found. And it's not hard to find. Real easy. Because I think there's a bit of a problem here. A delay is a delay. Games get delayed. Fine. Delay Station 4. Crackdown 3. Things get delayed. And people are going to make fun of the delays and all this other shit. But you got to understand the problem that I have and a lot of my followers and other people, Xbox fans have. True Xbox fans. Not some people that create fucking narratives out of fucking green pixie fairy dust and make excuses for the piece of shit that they're doing to us. Just the bullshit that gets spewed out of their mouths. And I said it from day one. Put up or shut up. I have no problem with the quality of the Xbox hardware. I have no problem with Xbox. I got a problem with all the fucking corporate shills that tweet and don't shut up. Falsely advertising, falsely giving hope, dangling the carrot in front of us. That's where my problem lies. Why you're so angry? Because people take these carrots and say, this is the hope. This is a hope as we go into E3. This is our hope. And then those carrots, you know what it reminds you of? Actually, I'm thinking about it. Remember that Tommy gun, Tommy gun, when he's like, I forgot what he was talking about, a little pet. He's like, look at the little baby. Oh, you look at the little pet and you're petting it and you're petting it. And then, blah, you just crush it and it dies, its head rips off. Like, that's what they do with the fucking carrots. Like, we got these games lineups. And then, like, no, it's not what it is. We got these Halo announcements. We got this Halo announcement. Demon Busters. Like, that shit is the shit that just grinds me up. That's the stuff. Because I follow this. We all on social media. We all follow the news. The media runs with these things. And this is the things that we use to say, oh, something's coming. Something's coming. I'm sorry if that thing was too loud. I don't know. I'm pretty loud myself. But that's what we're going to do. Because I think people go, oh, false worrying, you know what? If we really go down and check, and I want to pop out the chat too, because I know people when we start jumping in here, because this is not going to be nice. My shit's never nice, but you know what? This is not going to be nice. But I always preface this. Let me explain something. I never go at the community. Everybody likes what they like. There's fanboys everywhere. I always said it. I never go after people because I don't want anybody coming to me. There's no reason to. We're all the same game. I just have concerns. But whenever I post stuff, I always post stuff just as a general statement or as an observation that I'm making. Something that I notice, and it's more towards a corporation or more towards something that is falsely influencing us or falsely telling us that we should be excited for this, but then disappointing us and trying to sell a product to the consumer as a consumer concern, the consumer to the person who's selling the product. That's how I roll. If somebody's like, I can't wait for Crackdown 3, I'm not going on there going, what the hell's wrong with you? No way. Everybody's entitled to what they want to do. But when I post some things, I get people sometimes going, why are you angry? What's wrong? Like, it's only a 2-month delay. And it's like, you know what? Stop making stories, people. And that's the thing that's getting under my skin, is the people making excuses like, oh, the reason why the checkbook was Terry Myerson. Were you a fucking fly in the Microsoft meeting? So now that Terry Myerson's done, the Phil's open. What the like, people? Read the interviews. Read the words that are coming out of their mouth. Phil Spencer had another fucking interview where he basically said, I don't give a shit where you play. Play everywhere. And again, using a wonderful game, the only game that they could even hold a hat to is Minecraft. I don't care where you play as long as you're playing it. Who gave them the thing? You're sitting at, okay, 29, 35 million fucking consoles. Who are you touching? Who are you touching? Who? Who are you touching? 2 billion gamers with 29 million consoles? You better be handing out fucking coupons on the street. Because who are you touching? You're not even close. Not even close. Touching. We want to interact with 2 billion people. And answer me this. What the hell does 2 billion people look for? Like, how do you make a game for 2 billion people? How do you make one? Is it a shooter? Is it an RPG? You can't. So satisfy your core and expand from there. But that's what happened. They skipped over the core because he don't give a shit about the core. He says it. And we're going to go. I'm sharing my screen. And we're going to go down the timeline because there's a couple of things that went on. Crackdown. Phil Spencer opened his mouth. And I basically said, I was like, you think my Bam Booty's interview is bad. We haven't seen the way where Phil gets the thing. He's going to say head-scratching things, and we're going to wonder why Xbox exists. Yeah. So let me go do a screen share. And I'm just going to go and, sorry for the chat. Hold on. I'm going to do my screen share because I show what I see. You know what I mean? I react to what is out there. That's what I do. I am not saying, I don't give them the benefit of doubt. I'm done. Like, I'm done with that story. That was a few years ago before they started going fucking AWOL. Now there's no benefit of the doubt. Like, now I take it for what it is. All right. So we'll get to Crackdown stuff. We're going to go way back. Oh, and congratulations to the Stanley Cup champions, the Capitals. I'm a New York Rangers fan, but it's good that somebody in the East won. And there we go. There's that one. Oh, and I got the Super Mario Brothers cereal, and I made Big ZD. Very good. We're gonna keep going down here. And Red Dragon started with one. So this is the one where we got the Phil Spencer thing. And here it is. So I highlighted this. So this is the stuff that's coming out of Phil's mouth. All right. These are quotes. This is not a fan interpretation. These are quotes. Okay. And he says, our focus right now, what Microsoft could do for gaming, instead of simply stacking up against the competition. So they're gone. There's no more big three. They might as well just have Microsoft Gaming behind them rather than Xbox. It's a front. It's like the mafia. It's a front. It's a fucking laundry store. The Xbox is a fucking laundry store laundering money. It's a laundering money for other things. It's the fucking mafia. He's running the mafia over there. The Xbox is a front. It's a front. It turned into a front. They're not in the big three. They're not competing against each other anymore. He just wants to see what can Microsoft do for gaming. The Dalai Lama, the Gandhi of gaming, Phil Spencer. This is what he is. He declared himself the bringer of gaming, the Gandhi, the Dalai Lama of what they can do for gaming. And whatever they're doing, I have no problem with the controller. That is amazing. That should be on everything. That should be able to work. That's the shit. I don't care. I care about the games and the quality of the games that I get to play. Now, if I don't have my Xbox, I have a PC. But the bullshit that Microsoft's pulling is not even making their games worth the fucking damn on the PC as well. So it does affect you if you just play on PC, because Microsoft now is on PC and Xbox. So if Crackdown 3 gets delayed, if you don't have an Xbox, you could still be upset if you were planning to play it on PC. So that's a whole other story. So when people are like, you don't have an Xbox, you're not concerned. When people say that to other people, if you have a PC and you want to play that game, a delay hurts you. A delay hurts you if you subscribe to Game Pass and you're expecting it to be in Game Pass and it gets delayed. But they don't care. They want to do what Microsoft does for gaming. And he says right here, I care less that people play Minecraft on Xbox One, but that people can play Minecraft no matter where it is. And here, Microsoft's 6 solution areas. He wants Microsoft, the global leader in gaming, by making everyone on the planet play. Play is nice. Like gaming equals play, right? No, not to Microsoft. Watch, communicate, and create together. That's what they want. All right. And the games will be there. And the experience of accessible games. I remember that quote from when he came out with Sea of Thieves, going, there's a reason why there's no progression in Sea of Thieves, is because they want somebody that comes on 6 months from now to have the same experience and not get destroyed being level 1 and people are level 30. So for all the hardcore people who bought Sea of Thieves on day 1, you don't get skills, you don't get an experience tree, you don't get that because some Joe Schmo guy 7 months from now might subscribe to Game Pass, jump on Sea of Thieves, and so he's not upset that he's getting destroyed by a level 15 boat or level 20 boat. So this goes back to my other thing of compromised. That's what I mean. So there is no progression or longevity to the game with a skill tree or an experience system or a leveling up progression system, because they want it accessible for the casual person that jumps on maybe in the holidays and says, who is this Sea of Thieves? And jumps on. Now, how do you have that? Because one of the complaints that people had on day 1 and right now is that there's no progression. But there's a reason why there's no progression. It's because they want it accessible. They want this game to reach as many people as possible. That's what I mean by compromise. And if you're excited about that, then you're a fool. That means that you should not be excited about that, because the game that could have been is not, because Microsoft has a vision to reach to a larger audience. So your games are going to be compromised. Who the hell knows? Halo might have a fucking auto aim mode. I don't know. But these are the kind of things that you got to think about when Microsoft is making their games. They are going to be making them for accessibility. Accessibility. Same reason why probably there's no co-op building, base building in State of Decay 2. They made it very simplistic. They made it where you create your own world. A couple of guys could jump in, but they can't mess up your world. So if you have randoms jump in your game, they can't mess you up and steal all your stuff. Another game design choice to make a game accessible and not overwhelming. Not that you jump in and you have people coming in, trolling you, helping you build bases. That's too complicated. You have your world and people just come in as NPCs. Again, accessibility in game design, making people come. And Game Pass is the answer to that. People don't understand. Game Pass is his answer to 2 billion worldwide. That growth is seen by Microsoft as a huge opportunity. 2 billion people. Accessibility. Your games are going to be accessible. The games are going to be tailored down so somebody can have the same experience. And the people that suffer are the people that want these 3, 40, and 50-hour games that keep them engaged with progression, with skill trees, with competition. No, those games are gone. You'll get those from third party, but you're not going to probably get them from Microsoft unless they want a game to be an esport game, which that's another measure of their success. But this is how you got to think. So when Microsoft says we got games to announce, you got to think, who are these games for? What are these games? Are they? We got single player, like, you know, we'll have a single player game. Didn't you see Recore 2 on stage? People will be like, get the fuck out of here, Recore 2. Exactly. Microsoft thinks they got shit, and that's the thing. They think they're a high horse, but they're just a laughing stock, and that's where I have an issue. Where it's like, yo, you saw those 42 games on stage. We had games. It's like, no, that's not what we're talking about. And he says it right here. less about having specific devices to play a game on, but having your favorite games accessible on any device that you have. Talking about everything. So the future of Xbox is Game Pass as the Xbox app. Fuck all the cloud, all the other shit. Xbox is going to be that. It is no longer a gaming console that they're going to make hardcore games for that get you excited and definitely don't pull from their competition. They'd rather be on the competition. So you can't beat them, join them. And they have this holistic, worldly view of games. And it seems like we went back in time, like how they threw Solitaire and Minesweep. And actually, they quote that back here. Like, the history starts back in the early days when titles like Phil Spencer talking about Minesweeper and Solitaire. Dudes. I don't know where we go from here. Like, I have no clue. I don't know where we go on from there. I don't know. And tell me this is false concern. Tell me I'm falsely concerned because I read the bullshit that comes out of Microsoft, right? Maybe I don't do selective reading. This is what is coming out. We had the Booty interview, Shitty Booty, and now we have this one. And we're not done yet. We are not done. You see these quotes, you get ready. Get ready. Oh, and there's a reason why it's on FM and Fuse and all that other stuff. Accessibility, everybody. Accessibility. You're not going to see heads rolling off. You're not going to see mature rating. You're going to see cartoons with accessibility and lack of depth because they want their games to have legs. They want their game. They don't want the hardcore to buy it up on day one and then leave it alone. They want their game to have legs, which I understand, but you really have to you have to satisfy the people, the premium customer, the one that you said the Xbox X was for, the one that you said your Xbox console was for, the premium socket he used, the premium socket. That's the person that you need to address first. Then you expand. But you cannot expand when you're bottom of the barrel. The Switch might pass you up by the end of this year. Mindshare is in PlayStation. The mindshare is excited about Switch. Developers don't want to develop for your console because you have no leverage in the gaming market. And then if you say, well, PC, guess what? When Microsoft talks about PC, they're talking, whoa, fans. When Microsoft talks, they're talking about this joint. This is PC to them. This trash. This trash. This is a whole rant for another day. You want to see some fucked up shit? Watch this. Wait a second. Oh, Lego, what? Wait a second. All these games. The Crew 2 on Windows 10 PC? I am going to pre-order this right now. Holy shit. Look at all the support they got in Windows 10. Look at all the support. Get the fuck out of here. Look, available now on Xbox One. Oh, you could buy that shit right now, but you can only go play it on your Xbox One. You could buy it right now as if I'm going to play it on this fucking screen right here. And they think they cover themselves by having this little bullshit statement. See available on for devices this product runs on. Talk about misleading as fuck. This is the shit that they do to kind of make this store look like it got shit. It got nothing. This is the deceit. I was in here going, oh, look, I could buy it. Whoa, I didn't know all these games came to Xbox, to the PC. Holy crap. Oh, my God. Wait a second. I could buy Rocket League in the Windows 10 store? Oh no, install it on your Xbox One. Only available on Xbox One. But it makes it look like you could buy it here. And they do that so they make it look like they got a fucking games here. Look, NHL. Holy shit. Hockey. EA is putting their sports games back on PC. Back on PC. It's back. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, but you could buy it. Oh, and look, you could even get it at EA Access. Both of those fucking things are not even on the computer. Like, what the fuck? The deceit, the bullshit. It is taking shit, putting it in a box, and slapping warranty on it. I can take a shit in a box and put warranty on it. You're going to buy it. Another Tommy reference, Tommy boy. Get the... Yo. But this, and that's a rant for another fucking day. But this is what they see as PC, right? So when they go like, oh, well, we're going to put our games on PC, like, you know, the PC 2 billion gamers. Well, guess what? When you talk about PC, they don't care, but that's not talking Steam. Steam is where the gamers are. That's where people are. Microsoft talking about Windows 10 PC. They're talking about that piece of shit store. Again, bottom of the barrel. Who you touching? Who you read? 2 billion people using that trash store? Half the shit in that store you can't even buy on the computer. How would you like to go order NHL 15? Say, I'm going to play with it. And then it's like, oh, you can't play it here. You got to go buy an Xbox. You'll be like, but this is a computer. I don't have any gaming consoles. I got to go buy an Xbox now because I just bought that. Well, thank God they got those refunds, right? What a great feature. Anyway. Let me see. I'm going to pop up if I have any chat, guys. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. But it is bullshit. And that Windows 10 store's for another day. Hopefully E3 they fix it. But again, this is not about E3. This is not about fairy dust bullshit. This is about factual shit that went on. So, to the Crackdown delay. Why? Why so upset? It's just a delay. It's just a delay. It's a, why? Why making drama? Why making drama? Well, we're going to go here to, this is real simple, people. I was not searching, and I just said, I searched Phil Crackdown 3 just to see when the last time he talked about it. And this shit popped up. And just not even look at the second, his fucking thing. Look at the quote before, the tweet before that. January 13th, 2017. For a date check, we are in June of 2018. Hello from the future. To Dawg Maddie. I wonder if he's still upset. Please, Phil, we need news about Crackdown 3 or new gameplay. 2017 is looking kind of dry for the Xbox One, to be honest. Today it's the same thing. These are people talking about this shit's gone on too long. And for people to be like, oh no, they're just fixing it, the checkbook's open. You are really like, yo, there's like a media coming to the earth and fuckers are like, nah, that's fake news. Meanwhile, the whole world is running away into bunkers. You're going to stand out there and stare at the fucking media coming and smash you right in the head. Like, this shit. So what Phil says, he comes on. Holy shit. Just played Crackdown 3 with Shannon Loftus. Best Crackdown experience I've had. Agent control. World is very alive. Diverse enemies, really fun. 5:27 p.m. on January 13th, 2017. Not 2018. That's what year we're in. Fact check. 2017. So that thing that he played was the same thing that they showed at E3, which everybody said was garbage, and that monstrosity that they showed at Comic-Con. So I don't know what his judgment and best Crackdown experience he's played. Very alive, diverse enemies. They had cars piling up on each other with wonky ass physics. The traffic just kept going out of control. Like, what game did he play? And just for a bonus, I didn't even want to search for this shit, but just for a bonus that happens right after that, I got a short look at Phantom Dust with Shannon Loftus and Kevin Lobb. Game really holds up. Team is doing nice work. Huh? Phantom Dust was fucking canceled. All they did was just port it over from the other one because they weren't satisfied with Phantom Dust remake. Again, January 2017. People, this is not just a delay. This is some bullshit. And then we come to this year. Another one. I'm getting really concerned. I've loved the first two Crackdowns. Any update? March 2018. Now we're in 2018. Fact check. We have a plan and team is locked in on their date. We will talk about it more upcoming, but wait won't be too long. So Heat never came out last week when they said Crackdown was canceled, when Crackdown was delayed. And Greenberg didn't even address that. Nobody, it's being worked on. Phil didn't come out and go, guys, I'm sorry. You know, the game, we're doubling down on the game. We're making it look better. We're gonna have more at E3, but we're expecting it to ship in February 2019. Man up. Man up. Instead, they had a scoop sent to Windows Central. Shout out to the other Jez at Windows Central of an exclusive scoop from a PR statement saying that Crackdown's coming February 2019 like a coward. A cowardly statement sent to Windows Central for them to publish. That's how they roll that out to us fans. That's what they did. That's how they. Oh, and Adam Greenberg showing fucking. They're still promoting PUBG. You know what they should do? They should put what fucking patch number they're on the middle of that fucking pin. I think they're up to 17 right now. Still can't get the fucking frames up. But they're making fucking pins, though. They're making fucking pins. The guy, you know what? They are playing us so much. And if you are a true Xbox fan, this shit should grind your fucking gears. Because I don't give a fuck about pins. But if you are somebody that just goes, no, that's good, that's good. I trust in Phil, and I trust in them. I trust in them. You better get ready to wear fucking pins because you're not getting any games. Pins for a fucking game that's in preview. They're making pins. Make them motherfucking pins. Okay, let's make pins. They made pins for fucking Game Pass. I got them at PAX. They don't have fucking games. They make pins for Game Pass. Fuck out of here. Imagine Netflix made pins. I'm wearing my Netflix pin and my Hulu pin and fucking and my fucking Amazon Prime pins. Jesus. So Crackdown is just a delay, right? Oh yeah, we're going off. We're going off. I gotta see what you guys are saying. Oh yeah, I know. We're all ranting. Sick. Stop trolling. That Windows 10 store is great. Get ahead. Go buy something on it. You gotta go play it on your Xbox. It's wonderful. Yeah, we got the pen. We got the pins. Get the fuck out. We got pins. We got my Netflix pin. All the services I subscribe to. So wait, it's just a delay, guys. It's just a delay. But Aaron Greenberg said, when people said, whoa, Crackdown 2016? Yeah. Greenberg claims that Microsoft doesn't need Crackdown to release in 2016 because there were so many games launching in 2016. We're saving. Actually, what he stated was here. Greenberg said it's better for Crackdown to release next year. This was in 2016, so he's referring to 2017. Fact check. Because it's going to be crammed. It's crammed in this year's lineup of games. It's gonna be crammed, guys. Be crammed. And then, yeah, they got Dead Rising 4, Horizon 3, Gears of War, and Recore. But Crackdown will be crammed. Then he says, Greenberg claimed that this decision was made partly from Microsoft being more thoughtful about spreading out its releases. Motherfucker's doing a split right now for 2 years out. What the fuck? Spreading out. Yeah, we're not going to release 2016. We're spreading our shit out. We'll see you in 2019. And then perhaps Microsoft's aggressive holiday lineup from last year taught them a lesson because Tomb Raider didn't do well. That's because it released the same day as Fallout. Whoever fucking made that decision. And Halo 5, after Halo 5, which had a mediocre. What is this? That's my new shit right there. I like it. Leave him at the front door. Anyway. Oh. Hold on, guys. I'm going to pause this out. Hold on for a second. All right, people, I'm back. Sorry about that dead air. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. But anyway, sorry for that. This is what happens when you have live and things are going on. But anyway, what was I going on about? Yes. So, yeah, spreading out the releases, moving on from there. But, and, that's pretty much. Oh, this is the last thing I wanted to talk about. Well, last thing. I appreciate you guys sticking in there. Let's see if anybody said anything while I was going, like, where'd he go? There. Thanks, man. Black metal. So anyway, it's a pin. It's a pin, not a pen, a pin. Yes, the pins. That's what I mean. You got pins going on, not pens. Pens actually would probably be damn good. So the last thing I wanted to show, actually, I'll show it again before I end my rant of this. So the last thing is that people going around and going, well, crackdowns just get pushed out 3 or 4 months. It's not a big deal. Crackdown was never slated for the holiday 2018. It's been delayed and pushed out so many times. I think people are referring to November 7th, 2017, because that was the actual release date that they said at E3 of last year. But what happened when it got delayed right before Gamescom, where we were supposed to see the multiplayer, it was pushed out. And here we are. And we'll get your dates. August 16, 2017. Crackdown gets pushed to 2018 from Polygon because Shannon Loftus says Crackdown 3, Campaign Co-op, and Wrecking Zone is moving to spring 2018 so we can make sure we deliver all the awesome that Crackdown fans want. So the last we heard, so it wasn't until this rumors of Crackdown cancellation and Crackdown this and Crackdown that did people start assuming that it wasn't coming out in the spring. And people automatically created the fairy tale. Oh, well, Crackdown's coming this holiday. Just like last year, before E3, we thought that State of Decay 2 was going to come out in October, Sea of Thieves was going to come out in September, and Crackdown was going to come out in November, and Lucky's Tales come out in November. We didn't know about Lucky's Tales. But then at E3, basically those Sea of Thieves and State of Decay, at the end of those trailers, they said next year, spring 2018, which basically that was a delay that got pushed under the carpet because nobody thought they were supposed to be 2017's games. And if you go back into January 2017, Phil says, I'm confident about the lineup this year. And he says, Crackdown, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves. Hence why there's so much pressure on these games. These games were already delayed because Phil automatically kind of slated them for 2017. These games were slated for 2017. They didn't have release dates, but the three of them, the State of Decay, Sea of Thieves, Crackdown 3, that's all we fucking talk about anymore, all were moved to 2018. Well, not Crackdown, but the other two moved because they were all slated for 2017. They were all slated for 2017. That's what happened. And then they got pushed. And the quality, you see, they got rushed out. So delays are not great because I don't trust Microsoft to fix anything from the delay. Now we'll see with Crackdown. Now we got Crackdown was delayed to spring. Spring is over. All right? It was never slated for the holiday and now just pushed out a couple. Nowhere did they say it's coming holiday 2018. Everybody was thinking that we were going to get Crackdown released at E3. People thought like Phil's going to come out again. Another fucking Green Dust fairy tale. Phil's going to come out and be like, Crackdown today. Because people, like he said, spring. But then all of a sudden, the rumors start flowing. That was canceled. And then possible delay. And now everybody started assuming, oh, it's going to come this holiday. Like it's coming this holiday. Oh, now it's February. They never said that it was coming out holiday 2018. So this is almost over a year delay because they had it as coming as spring. And here it is. And it says, looks like Shannon Loftus didn't mention multiplayer. So is multiplayer still coming this year? She goes, I did. Co-op is in campaign and Wrecking Crew is the online competitive mode. The entire game is moving to give it more time to be awesome. And if you follow Shannon Loftus, this was probably like the last time she ever spoke about games because she don't speak about games anymore. I followed her for over a year, and this year she has not spoken about games. The holiday, she never speaks. This is the only. I think this is the last time she was dropping news about games. And then she had that interview with Aaron Greenberg, that horrible couch interview thing, and where she said Recoil was the same level as Halo 5 or some bullshit like that, and she stopped talking about games. Actually, know what? No, she stopped talking about games after she deleted her tweet to Ryan McCaffrey, who trashed on Super Lucky's Tales, and she said that wasn't that wasn't professional or something like that. And he's like, I'm just reporting. She's like, you shouldn't tell people not to buy the game. That was after the Lucky Tales review, and then ever since then, she deleted that tweet and she never really spoke about games. She'll retweet something about games, but she never spoke at this level, at least. Shit's going crazy over there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But this is all concerning, So when people go and say like, oh, well, why are you being a big deal about Crackdown being delayed? It's only 2 to 3 months. No, motherfuckers. It was spring 2018, and now it's February 2019. We don't have a legitimate date. I hope E3 they give us an actual date, but who gives a shit? They gave us an actual date last year of November 7th, and they wound up fucking moving it out. So you can't trust them. But my thing is like, stop creating narratives. I said this to somebody, and then the person goes back, well, it's because Cloud Gene was purchased. And what? Stop. Give me the Michael Jordan. Somebody give me Michael Jordan meme. Stop it, please. Just stop. Stop. Terry Myerson, stop. The checkbook's open. Stop. Work with what you got. See what's going on. Look at the things that are coming out. These are not fanboy tweets. These are not Xbox hating people tweets. These are people that are not trash on Xbox. These are the people that work on it. These are the people that you follow to get this news. It's coming straight from the horse's mouth. They don't care about the console. They don't care. The game was supposed to come out in the spring. Nobody ever said holiday. That's some fucking pixie dust. Just like on my latest Planet Xbox, show. Which shout out, check us in on Sunday night. We're going to be doing the live stream over there, and I hope I can stand up and clap for Microsoft and they redeem a lot of the bullshit that they've been putting us through. I'm really hoping that they straighten this shit out. But every single time you give them the benefit of the doubt, they slap you in the face. You reach out to shake them with your right hand, they slap you with the left. And it just pisses you off. It's just like, you know what? I'm not waiting. I'm not wasting my life waiting with a console sitting under my TV, expecting them to get their shit together. If you don't care about the console, then don't sell it. It's simple as that. But you can't say I don't care where people play and have an Xbox product on the store shelves. It makes no sense. What happens if McDonald's came out and going, I don't give a fuck where you eat burgers. You're going to go to McDonald's? You're like, damn, they probably spitting their burgers right there because they don't give a fuck. No, they want you to come in. We're better than them. Come to us. Our shit's better than theirs. Look at Wendy's on Twitter, man, talking shit. You got to acknowledge your competition. If you have a competing product, you cannot say, I don't care about where you play. You can't. And stop with the Minecraft. Just stop. Because damn fucking well, if they bought Minecraft before it was everywhere, they would never put it on those other items. We all know that. Balma, Satya, I don't care who it was. Microsoft would not. First off, it wouldn't even be on a PlayStation or on a Switch if Microsoft had owned it prior for those games to be on there. But in a huge PR move, they couldn't take it back. It was already there when they bought Minecraft. And it was just a sly way of them creeping on other people's products. But Microsoft did not create Minecraft and physically develop it and put it on those other platforms as iPads and iPhones. And just look at GitHub. They bought GitHub to develop a coding place, and people are pissed and were leaving. Developers like, fuck this. I'm going to Google Cloud on GitHub and The people, if Microsoft unfortunately has a negative connotation because of Windows and because of even back with the whole back in the day with Microsoft, they have a negative connotation. Xbox was different because it separated itself from Windows. And now we just can't get Windows out of fucking Xbox. And now Xbox has become Windows. So that's where we are at. Microsoft worked really hard with the 360 to differentiate itself from being a corporate Windows operating system. Same thing with the original one. And now they can't get out of it. And that's where we are right now. Yeah, I'll put up the chat with the guys. And yeah, and Cycle, yeah, Chris Cycle's off. What's up, Cycle? You know what, Cycle? That was the only thing that I wasn't even the delay. I was happy that they said it will be at E3. That's where I was like, thank God. Because if Crackdown was delayed to February 2016 and they would have just shown some kind of like not even mentioned it at E3, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. That would have been spooky. That would have been like, tune into Gamescom. We'll show it at Gamescom. The fact that they said it's going to be at E3, they need to redeem this game because this game's through hell. Like, I just went through the storyline of this whole game. But the fact that they said it'll be at E3, I was like, thank God. They need to show the multiplayer. They need to show people playing it. They need to have it playable at E3 so people will be like, yo, I played that. That is awesome. I can't wait. That's the stuff they need to do with Crackdown. And I think that will be great. And then we can't hate on that. If that's what it is and people come back and go, I played it, it's awesome, that's great. And then it looks forward to February. But the other question that came out of it is the fact that since Crackdown is now February 2019, what do we have this holiday? Probably Forza Horizon. But what are they going to do? And maybe they announce, like a pull a Lucky Tail thing or something like the Gears of War spinoff or something like that for the holiday. But this is the pressure that put on them with Game Pass, or if they have some third party lined up with Game Pass. It's going to be interesting to see because I believe Game Pass is going to be the center of this thing. 2 years ago, it was Xbox, PC, Play Anywhere, cross-play stuff. Last year, it was Scorpio. This year, it's going to be Game Pass. That's my thing. I think they're going to have a lot of games to try to get new subscribers and keep people subscribed to Game Pass. Showing new content, probably Sea of Thieves, the next thing. Probably State of Decay updates. Probably maybe PUBG might be slated to go into Game Pass. A lot of brand new games. Maybe some of those 42 games that they showed last year are going to go to Game Pass. But it's going to be this kind of lineup for Game Pass to keep you subscribed. And that's going to be E3. Now, I expect, the type of games that are going to be in Game Pass might not be the huge blockbusters. Like, they've been releasing day and date some indie games, and that's probably what we're going to get. There's indie games going into Game Pass, but that is going to be the narrative in its Game Pass and how these games do it. And my whole problem from the last show I did was I'm nervous that the games are going to change. Like, I really want to see Forza be the game that it is. Like, Forza for Horizon be just like Forza Horizon 3, same content. Now, if they start trickling out Forza Horizon 4 content going, well, this fall we're going to have 150 cars. 100 cars or more are expected by E3 of next year for free. Now we're starting to cut up our games now because we want to have a subscription model. That's where I get upset. That's where I get concerned about this. If you start piecemealing your games to make them have legs, to have them longevity, and call that a games as a service, like Forza now is a games as a service. Half the map is open this holiday, but next spring we're going to open up the other half of the map with a new location. And it's like, yo, it goes along the lines of like that DLC stuff where people were saying, you're pulling content out of the game just to sell it to us later. Microsoft will be pulling content out of a game to give it to us later. Now, you're not paying for it, but you're still saying subscribe. So technically, you're staying an active subscriber to get this additional content. Just look at Sea of Thieves. They could never go sell the Hungering Deep as a $15, $20 DLC because what it was. It was just a huge shark in the water with some mission that was timed only for 2 weeks to go kill a shark. Then you kill it, you get some loot, you're done. Like, there's your content. It's not no The Witcher expansion or anything like that. It's done. And then you got 3 other teams working on adding more AI combatants to the water. Like, so really, you know, it's really not content that you would buy, but you would say subscribed or resubscribed to go play that new content because it's something new. So, you know, that's kind of where my concerns come from for any game that Microsoft will be announcing, is that how is it going to be delivered? They got Game Pass, especially the first party games. Are they going to be delivering them in piecemeal to keep active subscribers? Like Crackdown and Channel Off the stated, like co-op is in campaign, but Wrecking Crew is multiplayer. Like, are we going to get a Wrecking Crew beta for the holiday, but then the full game comes out in February? Or like in February, are we going to get the campaign, but Wrecking Crew comes at the summertime? Or is it going to be the full Crackdown experience on February 19th? We don't know. Microsoft has created this model themselves. And unfortunately, they're the ones that are leading this Game Pass model. Like, there's not a lot of other publishers and doing it. So we're at their mercy to see how they handle it. But I'm just afraid they take a big $60 games that everybody else seems to be delivering and getting high scores, and giving this kind of like, oh, we'll fix it, we'll build it, we'll add content to it, we'll give you more content later on. We'll just sort of like, you know, you're not excited up front, but what your potential would be. And I'm kind of done with potential, because I bought the Xbox One back in 2013 thinking that this is the potential that they were going to deliver. And, you know, I feel like they let us down. Hence why I even rant on this stuff. That's why I feel so passionate about it, is because I bought into, like I said before, I bought 5 Xbox Ones. I bought 2 ones with Kinect when they were $500. I bought 2, 3 S's. The one thing where I put my foot down was with the X. When he announced it at $500, I was like, no. I'm not falling for it again. You know what, Game Addict? You're the one with the pixie dust. You're the pixie dust. If you listen to my whole show, you'll see that this is about Crackdown delay. This is not the same stuff. So keep waiting. Keep waiting, man. Keep waiting. Keep dreaming. I'm going to say keep waiting. The shit should have never been broken anymore, Gaming Addict. The shit shouldn't have been broken. The checkbook should have never been closed. All this shit should never happen. While they were still selling a console on the shelves, they should never gave up on it. And they did. And now this is where we're at. All right, nobody's waiting. Nobody's waiting. Go read Phil Spencer's line and all the people that are concerned with them. And then tell me they're falsely concerned. They're people that are not falsely concerned. There's legitimate concern. And they're not going to fix it overnight. It should never been broken before. And that's the thing. It should never been broken. They came out there, Aaron Greenberg wearing, it's a monster, going to deliver you a monster. He made the shirt. He made the pin. They made the jacket. They weren't shy. They weren't like, guys, we need to rebuild. Nah. That's what we say. That's what people create these narratives. Like, oh, they're fixing it. The checkbook's open. It's open. But I said it should never been closed. It should never been closed. And don't tell me Terry Myerson and Santa Claus. I don't care. I just see what I get, and we're getting shit. And that's what we got. So we'll see at E3, because everybody's been telling me, yo, you're overreacting, man. E3 is going to fix it. And then as we get to E3, it's like, well, maybe not this E3, maybe next E3. Ugh. And yes, if I don't play on Xbox and play on PC, the delays of the game still affect me over there, because Xbox puts their games on PC. And again, it is my concern that with their model, with their focus on 2 billion gamers, what the hell do our games look like? Are they piecemealed? Are they delivered to us in pieces to keep subscribers? PR. All right, Addict, go read my tweets. I know you do. PR. Yeah, PR's, they're fucking straight up lying. Phil Spencer in 2017 said Crackdown was the best game he played. All right? That's not fucking PR, man. That's fucking straight up lies, because if he played the same game that was shown at E3, that fucker doesn't know what a fucking game is. Shit got laughed off the stage. That's why it got delayed. He's saying that it was Diverse Enemies, Incredible City in 2017 of January. That's not PR. That's fucking somebody who's blind. Get the hell out of here. That's not PR. That's not Aaron Greenberg. Here's some pins that we're going to hand out at fucking E3. Shannon Loftus and him played what? Phantom Dust. But they cut their ties on Phantom Dust. No more money in it. These are not PR, man. These are troubled times. And if you're not going to acknowledge that there's trouble going on over there, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. And yes, there are games to play. There are third-party games. There are games in preview. But the games that you bought your console for, and I'm not even talking about 4K, the power of Xbox and all that other stuff, but the game that sold you on the 360, the reason why you bought that, those exclusives, those content deals, making it even look like third parties exclusive, those days are gone. And I've come to realize that those days are gone. They're never coming back. So take the cheerleading skirts off, put the pom-poms down, get the bows out of your hair. It's over. It's over. It's Kumbaya, Dalai Lama. Games are everywhere. On your phone, Xbox on your phone. And the games are going to be accessible for all your moms and grandmas and everybody to play. Because that's the vision of Microsoft. They want to reach 2 billion gamers. So Xbox coming back, Xbox fighting back. Yeah. I've come to terms with that. It's over. And when I make my statements showing that, saying like, look, they're going elsewhere, man. It's over. But it does affect the piece. I want to know what the games are going to be because that's my problem is the games. When somebody's like, I want, like, just like the Wii. What were the Wii games that was so great? No, because they wanted to reach all the casual people with the waggle and all that other stuff. The games have to be tailored for the audience that it's coming from. And when Microsoft's audience is no longer the Xbox core console owner, then how are you excited to be an Xbox core console owner? When they basically say that, y'all, we don't care if you play on our product. Yeah, exactly. Minecraft. But that's all they got is Minecraft. And like, you know, on my last thing before Attic came in, the thing is if Minecraft was purchased before it was on everything, it would have only been exclusive to Xbox and to PC, I am sure. I am sure. But because it was already on everything when they bought it, they were not going to pull it off of PlayStation. That would be hard. That would be such a bad PR move for them. But they kept it. And then they saw success into that and they wanted to be everywhere. Who knows? Maybe that's why they even bought it because it was everywhere already. And it was a way for them to slap their name onto something that was on all of the devices because that's what they want to do. They want their name everywhere. Reach out gaming to everyone, which is wonderful. That is wonderful. But you got to forget, you seem to forget there are two other. There are like Amazon, Google. There are all competitors trying to do the same thing. And unfortunately, they're doing it way better. Yeah, you bet on PUBG and Fortnite slapped it in the face. You know? And PUBG still isn't on that wonderful Windows 10 store that I showed you guys earlier. It's only on Steam. Microsoft don't see any benefit with the Steam version of it. So Microsoft only sees success with the preview version that's on Xbox. And you see the support it's getting. The PC is getting all the support, all the new content, like 2 more maps and stuff. And Xbox is still trying to figure out how to get the game to run consistently and adding the map. And they keep breaking the game. They fix something and break something at the same time when they come out with patch 16. You know, if that's the roller coaster ride you want to work with, then fine. But PC gamers are totally different than console gamers. PC gamers will work with a broken game and have feedback on forums. They got a keyboard in front of them that they could play and type at the same time to provide feedback. When you're a console owner, you're expecting to get a full product that you buy and put in your system. You're not expecting this kind of like PC development cycle on your console. You're not expecting that because you're paying a premium price. So when you pay the premium price, you expect the full product. You don't go spend $60 on CFDs and go, well, there's only tentacles right now, but more things are coming. That's not the expectation of a console gamer. PC gamer, and I know how I know because I have the Vive, and I with the VR community and seeing how we help develop help input on these games. The developer will put like development videos, send them up, and then you comment directly into it, and they'll add features that you comment on. There's the forums right there in Steam. The developers right there with their email address. You're emailing them with you're right there. It's a whole different process than sending something to Xbox.com feedback. For volunteers to answer right now because they got rid of their support staff. That's what we're at. The console experience is not that. You put your game in and it's like, oh, well, this is not what I thought. That's why they get rated there. And I'm saying, yeah, give them 3 more years. Yeah. And that's the thing. It takes time. It takes time. You tell me that in 2013, the games are coming. But you don't start with games and then mid-generation technically mid-generation, shit's just dried up. Like that's why they get so much criticism. And people are like, well, Sony delayed all this. Sony had a new console coming out in 2013. They relied on third-party deals and indies to keep them relevant as they were making these games that we're getting today. You ramp up. Look at Gears of War 1 versus the graphics of Gears of War 3. You ramp up. You ramp up. You don't start in the first 2 years and then all of a sudden have a black hole in the middle and talking some bullshit that, that thing that you bought a few years ago, we don't even give a shit if you play on it now. We're going to be on PC. We're putting it over here. You feel like, excuse me? The first notion that I have is not to come in and go, oh, I'll give you time. I'm expecting sequels to the games that we played in 2013 right now. I'm expecting to be in the glory days of this generation. And instead, tell me that you got to wait and wait. No, not to this holiday. Wait for what? That's the thing. In any of these fucking interviews these people are talking about, have they said anything that gets you excited that they got something, working on something? They still never confirmed Forza Horizon 4, but they confirm a Crackdown delay. That Fable, they're going to buy Playground Games. Who gives a shit if they buy them? Who cares? They're still going to make the same game they're making. Like, I don't let them buy these studios, but when they buy these studios, you think that guy that just got hired is going to come out and start showing fucking gameplay? He's going to come out on stage and wave going, yeah, I'm a Microsoft employee. I got a new studio in Santa Monica. Stay tuned. And then you wait again. Oh, but they got the studio, guys. Next E3, he's going to show his game. Come on. You keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Crackdown, waiting. 2018, November 2017, spring 2018. You can't come to somebody halfway through in the generation and go, oh, well, now you got to wait. Wait. We should be rolling. They should be throwing punches back and forth with each other. Fucking Nintendo's like, oh, you're dropping Spider-Man? Here's Super Smash Brothers. And I'm not saying they're directly responding to each other. It's just they happen to be competing with they happen to be competitive. They're dropping their games. They're not saying, well, you're releasing a RPG, we're going to release an RPG. No. But Nintendo got Smash Brothers. They got Pokemon. Next spring, they got the Days Gone in the fall, and then they got in the winter, they got Days Gone now coming out in February. Now think about Phil Spencer last week talked about that game, the Crackdown. Instead, they wait and do a PR statement to Windows Central right after they announced the release date of one of the Sony exclusive games. They could have jumped on it last week when they were talking about cancellation. No, it's not canceled. We're putting more money in it, making the best experience ever. Stay tuned to E3 February 2019. Last week. It'll been great. Instead, they trickle out some lame-ass statement to Windows Central, have it leak from Kotaku, and then, like, yeah, more to stay E3. Like, Phil, nobody even came out and said anything. And then, meanwhile, Sony announced the exclusive. Like, it's just the timing of it. Their PR is absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. They can't sell ice to an Eskimo. I don't care where you get your ice from. We're the only one that sells ice, but I don't care. You go get ice. I don't care. Like, they don't care. They don't care. And then my thing is if you don't care, I don't care. And if you don't give a shit, I don't give a shit about you. And you basically tell me you don't give a shit. So how do you support it? How do you continue contributing money to them? To play all the games that I remember back when? To go play Midnight Club? Yeah, I'm going to play 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Shake my head, go, yeah, that's good. I remember that game. I played it. I'm good. Like, and move on. And then GameStop drops the price of it, jacks up the price to meet demand. Or you pay $20 for a digital game from 10 years ago. Like, that's what you got. Like, it seems like every time we have bad news or delays, Major Nelson drops like, hey, this is backwards compatible. Backwards compatible was supposed to fund future development. But now it just seems backwards compatibility is the only thing is there is to keep people sticking around. It's a holding pattern. Like when your plane is just in a holding pattern spinning around. That's where we're at right now. And we're told to wait. So, you know what? If you have patience of gold and you want to play everywhere and all that other stuff, fine. And I'm not saying I'm sitting here waiting, complaining and stuff like that. I'm playing all games. But every time I play these games and go, yo, that Detroit, yo, that Mario game, yo, Splatoon 2, I always do a side eye to my Xbox and go, the fuck out of here. Like, what's going on with you over there? Are you in it? Are you around? And that's what it is. And then I think about like how they used to be and how they even were the beginning of this generation and all the shit that they sold us on. DirectX 12, the cloud, Connect is going to control Connect. They're fucking now partnering with Amazon with Alexa for Xbox. Like what? They're trying all that. What's hilarious is that they are so cowardly that they tried to compete, they lost, and now they can't beat them, join them. That's how lame they have been. They have no competitive spirit. They just want to just say, oh, yeah, put Cortana, throw any shit on us. Like, I don't care. Fuck Cortana. You know, all that development that we put into Cortana, and we said you're going to invite your friends with Cortana and Xbox On and all this other stuff. Oh, yeah, fuck all that we sold you on 2 years ago, because now we're just going to use Google and Alexa, and they're just going to throw their shit on our product because we don't care anymore. We'll take anything. We'll take anything. They're desperate. And that's where you're at. So once a strong, formidable, competing item, a brand is now a desperate, just throw anything at it. I don't give a shit. Put some fucking racing game on a Windows tablet. I don't care. Like, just throw everything against the wall and see if they can, and just to boost up some numbers. You can't play those numbers. That's not exciting. That's not fun. And if you're really in it and you really are a fan and you really want them to do well, this would bother you. But if you want to make Green Pixie Fairy Dust and make stories up and Terry, the book and the checkbook, you know, whatever makes you sleep at night. But it's all bullshit. Because whenever you got hope, oh my God, Halo News, Inside Xbox, Halo News. Stay tuned, Halo News. Jeff Rubenstein, stay tuned. Halo News is coming. But watch this commercial first. and you come back and they go, we're proud to announce the light gun game at Dave & Buster's. Oh, excuse me. And I'm preparing for some head-scratching moments at E3. We saw that Phil interview. That's not the only one. He's going to say things that's going to be like, well, why is it Xbox even here? And it's not there. Actually, it's Mixer. Mixer's at E3. Microsoft is at the theater. They're not even on the floor at E3. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, we'll have to know how the theater's set up. We'll see tons of pictures. But again, people are going to be like, well, Phil, why are you even selling Xbox? Like, why don't you just come here and just have a big Windows sign? Big Windows, we're here. Windows Gaming, Microsoft Gaming. We're here, Microsoft Gaming. Why don't they just name it Microsoft Gaming? Because that's what it is. I don't know what Xbox is anymore. I guess it's like what Surface is, Xbox. That's why they're all in the same division. But gone on too long. We'll see. We'll see if the gloves come off or they throw in the white towel. But they're not quitting. Like, that's the thing I want to make clear. It's like, it's not dead. It's just the brand as you know it. If you think they're going to come back in a way that's going to make the console competitive and we're going to get those blockbuster games swinging to compete, I think that ship has sailed. And I think if they do announce any blockbuster games, they're going to be fed to us in a way that supports a subscription model and games as a service, which means you're going to get more of the type of stated Sea of Thieves delivery system of maybe this is not the full Halo game. Maybe it's just a multiplayer. Maybe they're going to start with Warzone and then the campaign will come later. Who even knows if it has a campaign? And Halo 6 might just be Warzone with some story. Remember that Titanfall shit where they're like, oh, there's a narrative in the multiplayer. There's your story in the multiplayer. They have a little cutscene before each match. And remember they were trying to say that was a campaign in there. There was a campaign mode that basically just ran you through the maps. I get who knows if that's what Halo 6 is going to be. Oh, yeah, well, it's a campaign, but it's a multiplayer campaign. It's like, oh, really? Like Destiny type style. I see Halo 6 being like Destiny. Not to have that traditional blockbuster campaign thing because they say it so many times. Single player games don't fund. They don't do that. They don't want you to run through a game in 10 hours and then wrap it up. They don't see financial benefit in that. And that goes from, like I said yesterday, that goes from somebody who doesn't have a lot of games. If you don't have a lot of games, you got 5 games, you got to milk them as long as you can. But when you got 15 and 10 studios just churning out games left and right, you could come out with a Detroit. You could come out with a Days Gone. You could come out with Dreams. You could come out with these kind of games that might not even be good. Like you know, a 4-hour The Order or something like that. I thought the genre was pretty cool. But you know, you could come out with that stuff because you're just constantly going through and cycling games and just have like, you know, Guerrilla's doing Horizon 2. God of War going to be working on God of War 2. They're just going to be churning out games. Oh, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima because they came out with Infamous and now they came out with Ghost of Tsushima. They're just churning out games. Nintendo's going, here's the Pokemon's coming out. We got 3 Pokemon games coming out. 1 today, 1 in the fall, 1 in the spring. Keep going. Oh, and here's Mario Tennis. Here's Smash Brothers. Here's Metroid. Here's the next Zelda. Here's the next Mario. Here's the next Yoshi's Island. Just keep going and going and going in the endless loop. New IPs, revisioned, remastered. It just keeps going and going and going. But when you got 4 tent poles, Forza, Gears, and Halo, and maybe Fable, you got 4. You got to make sure that those games last 2 and 3 years because you don't have enough games coming out from your studios to just kind of just churn through them. You got to have a game stick around for 2 and 3 years. And that's where their model is. So we'll see at E3. You know, I hope to be excited about what they're going to show. You know, people are now getting hyped for it. We'll see. I'm glad Crackdown's going to be there. And I'm interested to see what they do with Game Pass. You know, I subscribe to Game Pass. I'm using it. You know, it's really cool. So, like, I really hope that they put some decent games in there to keep warranting a subscription because, you know, they have and what I don't like either is the whole you know, you don't know what you're gonna get. Like they don't like say, hey, it's June's lineup, July's lineup. You gotta wait until the day before to be like, oh yeah, this is what's coming out next month. Like, oh, that sucks. You know, that's kind of shitty. But yeah, that's a subscription model. Like you don't know what you're gonna get, so it's kind of a blind box subscription. But we will see what they do at E3. But this is, again, I'm commenting on the news that I see, not the opinions, but the facts that came out, and I'm making my opinion on that. If it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother you. And I'm not saying it should bother you. I am on here as a one-way ticket and contributing to chat on my opinion of how this makes me feel. And if how this makes me feel bothers you, I can't help you with that. This is how I feel. I see these things. It irks me. It grinds my gears. And I come on here, and whoever wants to listen, I do it. Because shit, I used to do this shit just to the wall. That I would just look at something on my phone and I'm like, what the fuck they are doing? And I would just be like, so now I just hit the record button and do it. That's basically how it rolls. So, you know, and some people like it, and you know, I appreciate all the support. And you know, I'm not here to change the world. I'm not Phil Spencer. I'm not here the kumbaya of gaming. I'm not the dollar. I'm not bringing the content to YouTube. I'm not. I just give them my opinion. That's all I do on Twitter, and that's it. You know, I don't come in here and go, you should hate this game, or what the hell's wrong with you? You like that game? Hey, everybody likes what they like. You know, people like this, people like indies, people like World of Warcraft, people like Minecraft. Everybody likes what they don't like. I'm not telling you shouldn't like it. This stuff grinds my gears. I don't have grind your gears, grinds my gears. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. Like, share my video. I know I did another rant. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. And we'll see how E3 goes. I think there's going to be another game announced for PlayStation. I think that's really cool. Microsoft should do something like that. Like have, you know, and I thought yesterday, you know, that they announced that, you know, they announced the release date and stuff. They didn't need any like 2-hour show of Inside Xbox, parrots on Major Nelson. You know, just come out and just announce news like a Nintendo Direct. And, you know, I just think Microsoft needs to just kind of tone down the bullshit PR and just give people what they want, because it seems like they keep sugarcoating shit. And, you know, yeah, it just, you know, I just think they need to stop it. Like they need to just fix it. I don't know. We'll see what E3 is. And, you know, it's interesting to be a new place. So we will see. We'll see tomorrow. Maybe more news comes out today, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. And again, this has been what grinds my gears. Episode 17. Gloves are off. No more fairy tales. Talk to you guys later. Thanks again.